Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Health by Heather Hirsch. I'm Dr. Hirsch, your favorite menopause expert, hopefully, over here on YouTube. And today I want to talk all about perimenopause. Now, perimenopause can absolutely wreak hormonal havoc on you, your quality of life, and basically everyone around you. A lot of women ask me, how can I use postmenopausal hormone therapy to help alleviate my symptoms? And I want to go over 3 possible scenarios that you could consider with your doctor. If you don't know me, I founded the Midlife and Menopause Clinic at the Brigham and Women's Hospital and was faculty at Harvard. And now I have a private telemedicine practice. I have a license in 8 states. And if you want to book a visit to see me, this way I can become your doctor. I can diagnose you, send you lab work, and treat you. I would love to see you. That way I could give you individual advice. And just to remind you, my videos are not meant to be direct medical advice, but information that you can take to your own team to help you feel your best. I'm going to give 3 scenarios. Scenario number 1 is new onset of insomnia and anxiety at bedtime. Scenario number 2 is going to be increasing hot flashes and night sweats. And scenario number 3 is just going to be all around feeling kind of topsy-turvy all the time. Let's start with scenario number 1. Let's say you have been going about your life, loving sleep. Every time you go to bed, your head hits the pillow, boom, you're out from your busy day. What happens in perimenopause to some women is they find that ability to fall asleep starts to dwindle. Patients will tell me all the time, I used to love sleep. I really wish I was getting more sleep, but now I fear getting into bed because when I do, I can't fall asleep anymore. And then it becomes a vicious cycle. Once you start looking at your bed, wondering if you're gonna have another really terrible night of sleep, the vicious cycle worsens and you start to almost have anxiety about going to bed. One of the reasons that I believe this happens is because progesterone, which is kind of our relaxing and sedating hormone, starts to decrease even before estrogen does in perimenopause. Now, progesterone's main role is to protect a fetus in that first trimester and act as a pseudo placenta until the placenta forms at the end of the first trimester, early second trimester. And it's almost as if your body knows that you're probably not going to be reproducing anymore and the progesterone starts to decline. And some women can really feel this impact. If those are really your key symptoms, this insomnia, anxiety, especially at night, what could be really helpful is prometrium or micronized natural progesterone, 100 up to 400 milligrams at bedtime, although usually I use either a 100 or 200 milligram dose. Now, what you need to know is that these are prescription medications, so unfortunately, these are not over-the-counter options. But if this video is helpful, jot these down and bring them to your doctor to discuss to see if you are a really good candidate. And most women are excellent candidates for progesterone because there really are no big contraindications. Progesterone itself doesn't increase the risk of clots or any types of cancers, and so progesterone can be a really easy addition. Progesterone or prometrium is also FDA approved bioidentical hormone therapy. Now, the word bioidentical really means it's more naturally derived, but what I don't want you to do is go and buy over-the-counter progesterone creams or progesterone anything because it's just going to be placebo and it is not going to be as effective. And I also don't want you to get compounded progesterone, especially kinds that you rub on your skin because they do not get absorbed well through the skin. Progesterone's a pretty big compound and so it really needs to be taken orally. Now, it can actually also be placed inside the vagina, but when you're starting prometrium or progesterone for anxiety and insomnia, if it really helps with those symptoms, you're going to want to take it orally because that's how it's going to work the best. Progesterone works on GABA receptors in the brain, and the GABA receptors are, again, the kind of receptors that kind of give you this rest and relax and sedation, although not significant. but this can really help with that anxiety and that insomnia that starts around perimenopause. Okay, scenario number 2 is the woman who's having hot flashes, night sweats, and vaginal dryness. Sometimes, but not always, right before your period. And if your periods are really spacing out and you're just in the throes of perimenopause, it can seem more random. This is because estrogen dips right before our period, and also before our period, estrogen is on the decline. Now in perimenopause, the estrogen is even lower, and there's a more volatile drop in estrogen, which is what can trigger those hot flashes and night sweats right before your period. If you actually go long stretches without a period, and then all of a sudden your symptoms start to improve, sometimes it means you're about to get a really heavy period, but that means that there's some estrogen back. So these symptoms, like hot flashes, night sweats, and vaginal dryness, sound like low estrogen. And so I would recommend using a postmenopausal estradiol patch or a postmenopausal estradiol gel, all FDA approved, of course, right before your period. If you try this and it helps, it really does demonstrate that these symptoms are from that low estrogen state. Now, the next question a lot of people ask me is, when do I need to add in the progesterone? Now, yes, if you're having really regular periods, your body is still making a reliable amount of progesterone. But what I recommend when I individually see patients is after about 2 cycles, if that estrogen patch is helping, then it's helpful to add in at least 7 to 12 days of progesterone a month. That helps you get used to the progesterone, and also that means as you go into menopause, if you continue on your HRT, you're also going to want and need the progesterone more consistently once your periods space out, and definitely once your periods stop. I have a great video on patches versus pills here. I highly recommend it because while a lot of women do love transdermals, and I prescribe transdermals a lot, there are also women who are great candidates for oral or for whom would simply just prefer that route, and definitely check out that video if you're one of those women suffering with those symptoms and not sure if you should do oral or transdermal. All right, scenario number 3 is the woman who's having perimenopausal symptoms all the time. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Maybe some hot flashes, irritability, anxiety, insomnia, vaginal dryness, and really with no rhyme or reason. What I might recommend for this patient would be a combi patch, or there's also a Climera Pro or Climera patches, but let's go with the combi patch for ease of explanation. Combi patch is a combination of estrogen and progesterone. That means you get both of those hormones in one patch. The combi patch is really great because it's really convenient. And if there isn't like a cyclic pattern to your symptoms, you can just put that combi patch on. It has both the estrogen and the progesterone in it, and you change it, move it from side to side every 3.5 days or twice a week. Now, this is a really great option, but one of the things that I do on the back end as your clinician is make sure that it doesn't turn up the volume on your bleeding too much. If so, then sometimes I add that oral prometrium 100 to 200 milligrams to see if that can tamper down some of the bleeding. Now, I wanted to give you those 3 really quick scenarios over on this video, but I also really can't say enough about how beneficial a progesterone releasing IUD can be for women in perimenopause. And I have a great video here that I definitely want you to check out if you are having lots of perimenopausal symptoms, but also heavy bleeding at the same time, because that can make treating it with postmenopausal hormone therapy just a little bit more challenging. All right, guys, I hope this was helpful. I hope you liked my beautiful bouquet of flowers and the outside because it's summer, so I thought we could get a little bit of greenery. I would love to see you as a patient. I have a license in 8 states, and you can check the link in the description. If you're not in those states, but you really want to work with me, please definitely consider my Reclaiming Menopause Masterclass. You can go check out the link, and there is a whole free video there for you to watch. I can't wait to see you guys next week. Drop the comments below. What is your perimenopause scenario? What option are you hoping you can try? And how did that work for you if you got relief? See you guys next week. Bye, everyone.